All right, let's talk about schedule. Um, my framer has been incredible. He has just jumped this project. He's kickstarted it, and he doesn't stop. And my framer is doing not just my framing; he's doing my roofing, or he did my roofing. He's also doing my siding. So having one contractor on site who's very motivated, wants to get it done quickly, it's very good quality work as well, it's just great because he just gets at it. And when he has crew here, he can do multiple things at one time. He can be working on the roof while he's working on the fascia, while he's working on the soffit. He can have somebody inside that's tidying up the framing. All of that was occurring at the same time rather than staged, because if you had different subcontractors there, they would be staging that work one after another while they were all happening simultaneously. That gave us a big jump on the project, and I got very, very excited about what we could do to get in by my standards by the middle of August. And so I put a schedule together, and sure enough, we can do that. And my schedule gives every contractor a reasonable time period to do their work. But as I'm finding, not everybody agrees with my schedule. So let's start with a progress report. So what happened this week? Well, this end of the house, which is the bedroom, the one-story part, the exterior, at least on the front and sides, is finished. Everything looks fantastic from my viewpoint. I love the siding. It's a steel board and batten siding. It's very nice. It's got a texture to it, but I just love it. I love the green roof with it too. And right now I feel like we hit the right colors, and just really, really enjoying what that looks like. This is the front porch, and what you're seeing here is you're seeing the concrete forms. They basically came Wednesday. I was here by chance late in the day, and they put these forms on. The plan is to pour Monday. I'm not sure that's a plan anymore, and I'll show you why in a minute. Okay, as part of the pour scheduled for Monday, unlikely to happen. Part of that's the garage, part of it is the front porch, part of it is the back porch. So they have the concrete forms here in the front of the garage. That's ready to pour. All of the contractors who had all of their material here on Wednesday, it's all gone, which is good. It's somewhere else. And one of the things that happened is, first I'll show you the pieces. Here on the ground, you'll see that there are pieces of concrete that have been cut. And what happened was they never blocked out and lowered the portion here like they should have during the concrete pour to allow for the door that sits down in, which has to be flush with the concrete floor. So thank goodness we have concrete saws and people know how to operate them, because they just cut it out and it was no big deal. So what we are looking at here is the recently graded backyard. That was done on Monday before rains hit. And that was needed so that we could get a concrete truck in here to pull back here to the back porch for that pour. So here we are, it's Saturday, and basically we have a muddy mess right here. So I think it's unrealistic to think that a concrete truck on Monday is going to be able to pull in here and dump concrete on that back patio. I just sent a photo of it to the concrete contractor. I think he's in total agreement. So that's going to have to wait. We may even have to make measures here to take what's a really soft area and make it more firm. I'm not quite sure yet. Or the other alternative is for him to find a different way to get concrete back here, which is either to pump it, which is not figured in his price to pump the back part. Pump costs money. The other way to do it would be to use wheelbarrows and wheelbarrow it back. But as you can see, there's no way to get a real wheelbarrow up there. So I don't think that's going to work. There are these motorized wheelbarrows that are called power buggies. I still don't think that that's an option, because inevitably you'd have to build a ramp to get it up to the top there. And maybe that is an option. I don't know. But I think if I'm the concrete contractor, I just think I would wait until it's a better situation because I just don't see how that's going to happen. Here's footage of the back. I really like the green roof. I think I'm really, really going to like the colors that we picked. And I like how that green roof, just like it. The last thing that I did here was I laid out the kitchen. And the electrical contractor asked me to do that so that, you know, there's no uncertainty as to where to put certain electrical devices. It's also very informational for the plumber as well as us and anybody that's going to work in here to understand where the kitchen is. So I did that and I'll share that with you. Okay, let's start here at the kitchen window. The intention is that the kitchen base sink will be centered under there, but that's challenging now because of something we did. We added a 2x4 wall here next to the regular wall. Wasn't part of the original design. So when that was framed out, Merv put that, the framer put that window where it was shown on the drawings. And I understand that. I didn't indicate that it should be moved, but in doing so, now the sink is going to be 3.5 inches to the right, so it won't be centered exactly under that window. I'm not sure how big a deal that is. We're going to see. But anyhow, what I did was I went along and marked locations. And I put little pieces of tape in there. You can see the arrows that are there. I'm marking the cabinets where they go. So for example, this is a 30-inch range base. Then you have a 27-inch base. And then up there at the other end there is where the oven cabinet's going to be, where that blue piece of tape is. But as I'm finding, not everybody agrees with my schedule. So right now I've got the electrician, the plumber, and the HVAC doing rough ends, and I've set with them a goal to be done by May 23rd, thinking that the following week, which is starts with Memorial Day, we can get the final framing inspection and all the rough-in inspections before the really before June, which would be incredible. Here's where that is in peril. Here's where there's risk in that schedule. First and foremost, I'm not getting total buy-in from those three contractors. That's probably the biggest thing. Maybe not. The bigger thing is we're having some material issues. Back porch and the front porch we're building out of Douglas fir beams. And we had a little bit of a mistake in how we intended to do that with the beams. And it turned out that the dimensions that we had ordered are incorrect. So we had to take some time, find if we could get the larger Douglas fir beams, which we can, but that took some time. And in taking time, we now know that that's not going to be here until really another week, which means that the framer can't get that porch started when he wanted to, which was early next week. That's number one. Number two, the concrete guy can't get into the site because right now it's a mess. It's just a muddy mess. And because of that, even if we had this lumber, the framer couldn't build those porches. But the really big thing that's holding us up there is the stairs. The stairs from the first floor to the second floor, I'm being told, are not going to be delivered until June 5th. That's part of the framing. And if I can't get those stairs until June 5th, they can't be installed until they're here. And so that pushes it back, let's say, maybe to June 10th plus. So I'm told that they might be able to get those earlier. But without those, all of this pushing doesn't do me any good other than to get those trades out of the way and keep things moving, which I'm going to keep doing. Just how I'm built, I guess. So, schedule's really going well. It's just that I think I got a little bit too greedy trying to get too much done at one time. And I think I don't want to say it's not going to meet my expectation. Overall, it will. It'll likely exceed it. But I think right now I'm just kind of slowing down to a pace that it's probably better for the project, I'll be honest with you. But for me, I just wanted it to go quicker.